How much should be paid for a privacy? For BTS's Jungkook, the answer may be the lost sense of security in his own home. When we thought the Sasaeng case had subsided, shocking news came from Yongsan district. A foreign citizen, a woman from Brazil, has just been officially charged. Not just once, not twice, but 20 times he terrorized the door of the Golden Magnate's house. What really happened behind the gate? And why did the police band fail to stop it? Let's dissect the facts. Imagine you are resting, and your doorbell rings in the middle of the night. On the intercom screen, the same face appears repeatedly. The prosecutor revealed that between December and January, this woman committed reckless acts continuously. He left a letter, pressed the bell, and entered without permission, trespassing. Who was crazier? He was arrested in December, then released. The police gave a restraining order. It is forbidden to approach within a radius of 100 meters. But does that stop it? Absolutely not. He instead challenged the law again for what he called love. The provocation is here. He admitted to doing all this out of love for Jungkook. But is it really love or a cute delusion? In South Korea, the law on the eradication of stalking crimes has been tightened. But this case proves that for a fanatic stalker, iron bars are considered a romantic sacrifice. Why did he get to Seoul? How can a foreigner track the secret location of one of the biggest stars in the world? This is not just a fan who made a mistake. This is a systematic violation that threatens life. The biggest question we all have is, why? What is on the mind of a woman in her 30s, crossing the ocean from Brazil to South Korea, only to ring the doorbell of someone who doesn't even know her? Psychologists often call this phenomenon as erotomania. This is not just an ordinary fan. This is a delusional disorder in which a person strongly believes that other people, usually people with higher social status or celebrities, are in love with him. This woman told the prosecutor that she did everything for love. But let's dissect provocatively. What kind of love ignores the victim's fear? In stalker psychology, there is what is called excessive meaning. When Jungkook smiled at the camera in the live broadcast, this stalker felt that the smile was only for him. When Jungkook sang about longing, the stalker felt that it was a secret message that asked him to come to Seoul. This is what made him dare to break the law, violate the restraining order, and even come back again after being arrested by the police in December.
There are 3 levels of danger in this Brazilian woman's action. 1. Persistence level. He came 20 times. It's not a coincidence, it's a thorough planning. 2. Level of denial. Even though he had been banned by the police within a radius of 100 meters, he still returned. This shows that he feels that the human law does not apply when compared to his love destiny. 3. Intrusive level. He left a letter. These letters often contain narratives that force the victim to respond. If not responded, that love can turn into anger or aggression. Imagine the mental pressure that Jungkook experienced. The house that should be the only safe place in the world now feels like a glass aquarium that is stalked by predators. This woman may feel that she is a hero in her own romance story, when in reality, he is a real threat to the mental and physical health of a human being. This is provocative. Are we as a community of international fans harsh enough to condemn this action? Or are there some of us who unconsciously understand the reckless action in the name of fans' dedication? This case sparked a heated debate. Does big hit music, HYB, provide maximum protection? Yongsan is known as an elite area with strict security, but this woman managed to sneak in many times. We have to be honest, if this stalker can get to Jungkook's door 20 times, there is something wrong with the way we protect our idol. Is the law in Korea too soft for foreign stalkers? Now, the woman has been lammed behind bars waiting for trial. But the question remains, how many more fans out there feel entitled to have the idol's personal life? Jungkook once said that he only wants to share music, not his whole life. What do you guys think? Is a prison sentence enough to give a deterrent effect to international stalkers like this? Or is it necessary to have permanent deportation and a permanent ban on entry to Korea? Write your opinion in the comments section. Explain that South Korea has just tightened the stalking law in 2021 to 2023. Previously, the punishment was only a small fine. Now, the perpetrator can be imprisoned for up to 3 to 5 years. This gives the impression that your video is weighty in terms of legal information. Remind the audience about the case of Jungkook, who was sent food to his house via delivery some time ago. Connect that Jungkook's privacy has been brawled many times, and this Brazilian woman's case is the peak. Try to write in the comments, do you think the perpetrators of foreign Sasaeng should be immediately deported without mercy or tried in Korea first? Who is crazier? He was arrested in December, then released. The police gave a restraining order. It is forbidden to approach within a radius of 100 meters. But does that stop it? Absolutely not. He instead challenged the law again for what he called love. The provocation is here. He admitted to doing all this out of love for Jungkook. But is it really love? Or a cute delusion? In South Korea, the law on the eradication of stalking crimes has been tightened, but this case proves that for a fanatic stalker, iron bars are considered a romantic sacrifice. Why did he get to Seoul? How can a foreigner track the secret location of one of the biggest stars in the world? This is not just a fan who made a mistake, this is a systematic violation that threatens life. The biggest question we all have is, why? What is on the mind of a woman in her 30s, crossing the ocean from Brazil to South Korea, only to ring the doorbell of someone who doesn't even know her? Psychologists often call this phenomenon as erotomania. This is not just an ordinary fan. This is a delusional disorder in which a person strongly believes that other people, usually people with higher social status or celebrities, are in love with him. This woman told the prosecutor that she did everything for love. But let's dissect provocatively, what kind of love ignores the victim's fear? In stalker psychology, there is what is called excessive meaning. When Jungkook smiled at the camera in the live broadcast, this stalker felt that the smile was only for him. When Jungkook sang about longing, the stalker felt that it was a secret message that asked him to come to Seoul. This is what made him dare to break the law, violate the restraining order, and even come back again after being arrested by the police in December. There are 3 levels of danger in this Brazilian woman's action. 1. Persistence level, he came 20 times. It's not a coincidence, it's a thorough planning. 2. Level of denial, even though he had been banned by the police within a radius of 100 meters, he still returned. This shows that he feels that the human law does not apply when compared to his love destiny. 3. Intrusive level, he left a letter. These letters often contain narratives that force the victim to respond. If not responded, that love can turn into anger or aggression. Imagine the mental pressure that Jungkook experienced. The house that should be the only safe place in the world now feels like a glass aquarium that is stalked by predators. This woman may feel that she is a hero in her own romance story, when in reality, he is a real threat to the mental and physical health of a human being. This is provocative. Are we as a community of international fans harsh enough to condemn this action? Or are there some of us who unconsciously understand the reckless action in the name of fans' dedication? This case sparked a heated debate. Does big hit music, HYB, provide maximum protection? Yongsan is known as an elite area with strict security, but this woman managed to sneak in many times. We have to be honest, if this stalker can get to Jungkook's door 20 times, there is something wrong with the way we protect our idol. Is the law in Korea too soft for foreign stalkers? Now, the woman has been lammed behind bars waiting for trial. But the question remains, how many more fans out there feel entitled to have the idol's personal life? Jungkook once said that he only wants to share music, not his whole life. What do you guys think? Is a prison sentence enough to give a deterrent effect to international stalkers like this? Or is it necessary to have permanent deportation and a permanent ban on entry to Korea? Write your opinion in the comments section. Explain that South Korea has just tightened the stalking law in 2021 to 2023. Previously, the punishment was only a small fine. Now, the perpetrator can be imprisoned for up to 3 to 5 years. This gives the impression that your video is weighty in terms of legal information. Remind the audience about the case of Jungkook, who was sent food to his house via delivery some time ago. Connect that Jungkook's privacy has been brawled many times, and this Brazilian woman's case is the peak. Try to write in the comments, do you think the perpetrators of foreign Sasaeng should be immediately deported without mercy or tried in Korea first?